totally out of order this time, but let's get this going here. So I'm going to take a little bit of time to talk about my vacation and the reason I took a longer than expected break. But first, I have to find my video and put it to Facebook. So let's get the lives. And then let's go ahead and share. Grab the link. There we go. So one of the very first things I'm going to say is I appreciate all of the messages I got while I was gone and for the amazing teamwork that we had. Hi, Tammy. The amazing teamwork that we had at on Facebook and the group that I run, which is Papercraft Artists. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just got to get this one up, opened up here. Country Flowers. Live. Home. Let's go home. Where's that? There it is. There it is. I just got to open it so I got the chat there and everything else. So one of the things I want to say right off the bat is I definitely went to, I took a little bit longer than I normally expect because I normally take July off. It's like one of the hottest portions of the summer here in the desert. Not to say that August isn't hot, but normally August is a lot of prepping and getting ready and getting ready for the fall and stuff like that. So that's one of those things that we do. Hey, Kathy. So I had two things happen, actually. Yeah, two things happen while I was away. 3, 4, 5 different things that happened. By the way, I had a couple cousins that were hospitalized. I lost a cousin. He passed away. And the reason I went to Florida is for a personal family reason. And I'm not going to discuss that. But I just want to say that I hope everything works out there because it's really important that it does. So, so some things that happened on my vacation, my summer vacation. I have pictures, and I will upload them sometime soon, of one leg where there was like 25 mosquito bites. You can see every single bump that they ate me with, and it was just like, argh. Thanks, Kathy. I appreciate it. So that happened. I had to get my son a screen because that's where I was at. I was visiting my son in Florida. And I hadn't seen him since his wedding 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So it's been a while. You know, it's not that easy or affordable to just get on a plane and fly somewhere. So you got to plan these things. And so got him a mosquito thingy for his garage. And then he had to, every time a storm would roll in, because you know Florida, they've got a major storm going on right now. Every time a storm would flow in, the screens would split, and the bugs would all come in. Yay, we're inside, no more storm. So I was getting eaten all the time. It was hilarious. My son also has 4 dogs, 2 which are crazy, totally crazy, and 2 of them are sweethearts. So I will miss the 2 sweethearts and even a little bit of the crazy. But I'm so glad to be, 1, back to crafting, 2, sleeping in my own bed. Oh, the feeling. And 3, to say, I think I actually came back a little bit more healthier than when I left. I'm a little bit better shape as far as my strength. I was working, my son has a whole workout space in his garage, so I was working out on the treadmill. I was doing just a few minutes at a time to kind of build up my strength, and I think it really helped. I told Bill we need to find one of those smaller treadmills that I can just work out in the bedroom and then fold it up and then tilt it up against a wall or whatever. So that's what I'm planning on looking at next. So I didn't get to spend a lot of the time that I had this summer flagged for projects. So since we're kind of nearing that middle point of summer, I figured I would do florals because I love florals. If you guys know me, you know I love florals. So I'm doing the Country Flowers bundle. Did you? I just laid there just trying to not move so much so that I wouldn't melt because, you know, it's August and I had to put on an APB before I went live, use data, not internet, so that I can get the best picture I can get. So we're going to be using that. The two ones, I've already stamped them. You guys know me, I like saving time. I might BS a little bit and talk and everything else, but I like saving time where it comes to stamping. So we're going to jump right into this. Now, this is going to be layered on top of my card, but just a little bit differently. So we're going to try that out and see if it'll actually work. So let me get this moved up. I do too. It's one of my favorites from the catalog. In case you if you don't know, the new catalog for the holidays is going to be released in September. If you are not in the information of when the catalogs come out, they come out in September, January, and in May. So that's when the catalogs come out 3 times a year. 3 super amazing catalogs, great products included. And if you're looking for a demonstrator, you can talk to anybody who's on this screen right now. Just gonna throw that out right now. So you can find me at eBussum. Hey, Sandy. At eBussum. What is it? Stampinup.net. I think that's the way it goes. So eBussum.stampinup.net. You can also look for Tammy Hine, Sandy Cerise, and Kathy Dorich. I can't do it, Kathy. I can never do it. Dorich. Because it's like a shish at the end. I can't do it. I think it's Dorich. I can't read that. What is it? Darush. I got that. Darush. That's it. So, and she is in Maine. Both Sandy and Tammy are in Illinois, and of course I'm in Arizona. And if you don't live in any of those places, that's fine. You can still shop with us. But visit stampinup.com to check out an amazing array of products. Okay, so we're going to get started on my video. I'm going to take these off because I can't see. This is what Florida did to my hair. I normally part from the side over here, but it's going to take a couple of washings before it'll part from the side again. So just FYI. You're wondering why it looks weird. Why does it look so weird, Eva? I gotta hit it again. That's right. Okay. So I'm just going to get it in here. Try not to hit my power button. That's the biggest issue. I always remember that. And then I'm like, ugh. Okay. So I'm going to be doing some pool party for the background. You know me, I love to create backgrounds. And then my oh, I just realized, why is it so dark in here? I'm like, it's so dark. Just noticing I didn't turn any of my lights on. Jeez. Okay, that one's not even plugged in. We're not even going to go with that one. So we're going to be doing the Petal Pink, light and dark. I'm just going to say the color. Daffodil Delight. I like a light, bright floral. We've got Pool Party. Again, little bring it in, the background into the foreground. This one is Granny Apple Pie. And then crumb cake. Okay, so I'm actually going to start with crumb cake because I think it'll be a little bit easier. Where I got another piece of paper? Do I have another piece of paper? I do not have another piece of paper. Okay, well, we'll do this simple. We'll do this easy peasy. If I could get out the rut my butt put me in. Okay. I really like having stuff under it. I don't know. Oh, there's my thingy. So I've got this piece of plastic that's intended for coloring so that you don't ruin your surfaces. So I'm going to start with the dark. All of my tools miss me, so we're going to start with the dark. And I'm just going to kind of trace around. We're going to grab that bottom. I'm going to come around the top, but not all the way to the bottom. And this side too. And then we're going to do at the top, the middle, and not the bottom there. Just kind of the areas where it would hit a little bit on the bottom here. And I'm not going to color it all in. I just want to give it a shadow is what I'm looking to do. So I'm going to come in here right over this. And hit it hard for that little bit of a shadow look. You can just kind of go connect these together, connect these together. Once I get more colors, I'll have more options. So just like that. Okay, so we're just gonna do a little shadow. Because our flowers are gonna hang over quite a bit right here. So if I'm looking at it, actually let me cut this apart so I can show you. So if you look at it, you can put it like this, I'm assuming, or you can put it like this, where that you've got that little bit at. So I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to come in and just a little bit on this side here with a little bit of light. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure on there. And I'm just going to leave a little white there. So I'm also going to come in with my dark, but with the nib side instead of the brush side, and I'm just going to come in and give myself a small little mark. Just a little line. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to come over on this side, do a little line, and over here just a couple spots. Almost like it's old and worn. Okay, so that one's ready to get cut. So I'm going to grab this, and you can see it lines up beautifully. If you go out of the lines, the only thing I can tell you is you might want to cut it by hand. I don't know where anything is. I'm looking for my tape already. So I'm going to put my tape over here. For the floral, and I'm going to put it like this. I don't even know how it goes in there. Let's see. Small one, flower. Oh, it goes this way. Small one, flower, or leaf, leaf, flower, 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 flower. So the easiest way I can do this is I'm just going to go ahead and start coloring with a single color. So these ones, and this one. I'm going to come back and fill it in all the way, but I want to know what colors I'm going to do it, because you know me, I start with green. And then my large flower is actually going to be a light yellow, the Light Daffodil Delight. Same way, I'm just going to come in and add a little bit of color. Just like that, so I know what color I'm doing that one in. And then my dark petal pink, right, dark? Yep. Wrong one. Dark petal pink is going to be this big flower right here. So I'm going to have my dark and my light, and I'm just filling in a little bit. And I think I am going to bring in the Calypso Coral, and I'm going to do light Calypso Coral for this flower right here and this one, because I think those two are similar. So light Calypso Coral. So light Calypso Coral, and it doesn't look light, I know, compared to the other colors, but I'll mix it with the petal pink and give us a little bit of shading and everything. So we're just going to add that. That way I don't have to think about what colors I'm using when I come back. They're all set up already. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use light Granny Smith green. Granny Smith. Well, I'm losing it today. Light Granny Apple green. So we're just going to put that right here. And it's just a single color look with a little bit of white around the edge. Not perfect, just kind of semi-filled in. Not perfect at all. It's got a little bit of white, or we go out the lines, I'm going to be even that much happier. You do not have to fill in every single bit. I'll say that, and then I'll be filling in every single bit. Let's see, that's part of the flower. I think I got all the green. Okay. And then with my dark, with my nib side only, I'm just going to come in and add a little bit. Just a little bit. Boop, boop, boop. And again, I'm not worried if I miss or if I get out of the lines or anything else. I'm not focusing on that at all. I'm just focusing a little bit of color. Yeah, I like the color. See, when you look at the, it's not softs. I'm trying to think of the color family. So if you look at the subtles, they go from really subtle to really not so subtle. So you kind of got to watch that a little bit. Okay, so we're going to do our dark petaled pink. And we're just going to fill those in. And I'm not filling them in all the way. I'm just going to fill a few of them in. And then get those either. Because I'm going to go back over with light petal pink and mix that in. So we're going to get light petal pink. We're going to go with the brush end. And just fill it all in. Just anywhere we forgot, we're just going to go back and add a little couple strokes. So little strokes, little strokes. Just fill it all in. And then on this one here, I'm just going to come in and add a little petal pink and a little bit of petal pink here and there. Because I said I'd use them together. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to get my light Calypso Coral. I'm going to use my nib. And I'm just going to fill in those center flowers a little bit. And then I've got the outer leaves here. Well, I could have done those green, couldn't I? Yeah, it doesn't matter. And then when you're doing it, you do not have, you can kind of do like this to leave some light so that you can see that second color. More or less just kind of dabbing all around. And then go back in and fill it with the other color. And it does look good when you do it like that. Because colors are going to expand and blend in. You can see. So if I do a bunch of little dots like this, as time goes on, they're going to expand a little bit and blend in. And then if you go back in and you add another color like dark Calypso Coral, same way, but just a few spots. So 3 on the bigger petals. Just 1 or 2 on the others. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. There we go. Same thing over here. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then just kind of go in the middle a little bit down in the areas. There we go. And then yellow is a really cool color to color with because you can use yellow and pinks. So I'm going to grab my dark petal pink and I'm going to get the brush because these are a little bit larger. And I'm just going to come up. Fill those in most of the way. Not really caring too much. And then I'm going to come over it with the yellow and you're going to see how nice it looks. There we go. And then we'll color the inside of the petal with a darker color. So which one's this one? That's light. So we're going to take this and just kind of fill it in a little bit. And it's going to blend in with each other. Kind of go together. And on this one, I'm just kind of zhuzhing it like this. So you go up and you go down, and you go up and you go down like that to create the bottom of the petal, that portion of the petal that you would have. Okay. And then I'm going to go a little bit with the dark blue again. Just a little bit. The dark pool party. Oh, I didn't even color this one in. I think something just fell off my chair. I think that's it. That's all we're going to do. Okay, so now before I put these through my die cutting machine, I thought a really cool idea would be to turn them into stickers. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've got some heavy-duty Scotch tape. Try not to let it touch your... I'm going to get this one out of the way. Try not to let it touch your skin. Oh, do I got a piece of tape under? Oh, well, I got a piece of hair under there. C'est la vie. It's what I didn't want to do. So I'm just going to cut the extra off because then you could turn them into stickers and just attach them to your project with I was going to say dots, but oh, dang it, I'm losing my mind today. The little sticky dots. That should be covered up by that one, though. And then once I got them cut out, so let me try this one now. Should have enough. I double checked it before I started, so I knew I'd have enough room. And you want to give yourself enough room to hold on to both sides as you put it down, because you want to make sure that the entire thing is covered like that. Okay, so then I'm going to turn it upside down, and I'm just going to give it a quick press. Okay, and your die should not have a problem cutting through this little piece of tape and your cardstock if you're using Stampin' Up! Cardstock. Okay. So then I'm going to get my die cutting plates. And I'm going to tape down my pieces. So I use the mitt tape. I like it. It works for me. I don't have a lot of problems with it. Whether or not it'll stick to this, that's another question. I should have thought about that. But that's okay. Because this cuts out the sticker and everything. So I'm just going to make sure it's nice and straight. Looks good. So there we go. First one done. And then our second one, this one is the bottom. So it looks like, nope, this way. Yes. So we're just going to make sure the top and bottom are lined up. If you get those lined up, everything else should line up pretty nicely. Looks like it did. And I'm just going to make sure we get everything nicely lined. This has got a lot of edges on it, so you just want to be careful that you give it enough edge. So I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine real quick, and we'll get to the next step. Okay, you can also add it to the back. You can add the tape to the back so it's fully stickable all the way. Just FYI, but that's the quick way to make stickers out of your stamps. Okay? Out of your stamped images. So we're going to take that out of there. So I made a little boo-boo, but that's okay. Thanks to the dogs, I now have a dog hair in my sticker, but it will survive. Don't judge me. So you can see they're nice and shiny, and your stuff isn't going to do it. And like I said, if you do both sides, then, well, see, there's one of my dog's hair. I don't know which one it is. It looks like Russell. That's a really, he's a really short-haired dog. So once you line them up, you shouldn't see much of the dog hair. No, you can't. Okay, but if you add tape to both sides, then you've got a pretty much a waterproof sticker that you can go ahead and take all of your stamps from one set and do this. If it's wide enough, you might have to get wider tape. But like in this stamp set, you can pretty much, let me show you the tape. You can pretty much do whatever you want. You just got to learn how to turn it and stuff. You can see that all of them are capable of having that as an option for you. You know, I love doing new stuff. Finding new ways to use the things we love, you know. So we're going to get all of these out of the way, and then we're going to bring over our card base, which is going to be really simple, just a white card base. And then I'm going to go ahead and line it up right here on my paper that I already have. Actually, I'm going to go here. I think that's a little bit longer. And then I got these on Amazon. I'm sorry, I can't afford a lot of money at one time, so I'll slowly work up and get all of the Stampin' Up! Stuff, you know. So, brand new brush, as you can see, so it's going to take a little bit of time. Do not dig into your, do not do like that. You just want to go softly across your entire ink pad, create different patterns, whatever you have to do. You know, go up and down, whatever you want to do. But don't expect it to load up with a lot of ink right away. And like I said, stabbing your ink pad is not going to help at all. Oh, it might have actually come from this. Oh no, I got a dog hair or something else on my stuff. So second thing is I'm going to kind of look at the size of it, because I know I want to put it towards the center. So I'm going to put my brush down. I want to put it towards the center, just like so. And just because the design says you need to do it this way, doesn't mean you need to do it this way. You can do it any way you want to. So this is the area. I think I'm actually going to push it up a little bit more. Just a really clean design, really easy peasy clean design. And then with glue dots, you'll be able to just peel it off so that you can reuse this as a sticker or a magnet or whatever you want. Okay, so how I like to do this is you're either going to create a square or a circle. Okay, so with this one, I just want a little circle. I don't need a lot. So I'm going to start in the middle where I'm going to be able to hide whatever oopsies I do, too heavy, whatever. And then I'm going to work out in a large circle. Does that mean you're going to get the same color on the outside as you do on the inside? No, of course not. Okay, so I've got my circle. Got my circle here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my pieces back in and see if that's big enough. I think it will be big enough. No, we need it just a little bit larger. So I'm going to start again. I'm going to do the same thing. When you ink up, do not tap, tap, tap on your ink pad. I'm going to try to get that. You're going to follow a simple design, okay? So all the way across the thing. And it's one of those things that gets me. It's like you want your stuff to load up with ink, because once it's loaded, you don't have to load it. And again, mines are for blues, greens, reds, yellows, purples, pinks, and then neutrals. So I don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to come back and forth just a little bit. And then I'm going to come down here and go back and forth, because I can make it a little bit brighter and make sure everything's going to fit. So I'm going to lay my teapot on almost to the center of this, because I know we're going to use all of that. So I'm looking at the center on the sides. Where is it left to right? So, and then we'll add that. I think we need a little bit more on top. So, load it up a little bit more. You can even do figure eights, you know, whatever you need. So, I'm going to tap off in the middle, and then I'm going to go up a little bit more. Come out a little bit wider. There we go. I think we got it this time. But take your time when you do it. You know, you don't have to have everything the first time. You do not have to have it the first time. Okay, so I'm going to get my glue dots. Oh, I have to stamp first. So now that I know I've got that in place, I'm going to get my glue dots out. And then I'm going to go ahead and, where did I do it? My sentiment. I put it over here. I put it over here. So the sentiment I chose for this one is best friends ever. So y'all know how I feel about crafting and the people that craft, and I feel like we're a really strong community. Some more than others and stuff like that, but I feel like we're a really good community overall. So that looks about centered there, so I'm just going to go. I don't care if it's crooked this way a little bit, but, you know, so are we crooked that much? Yeah, a little bit lower here and a higher here, but it'll work. Couldn't even figure out what I'd done with my stamp blocks. They fell while I was pushing something else down. I was like, oh, that's where they were. They're not supposed to be there. Somebody was at my desk. But if you can find yourself a nice flimsy piece of plastic, like the ones that they've got at like the dollar store for table mats and stuff like that, those are perfect to ink on, because the ink stays on the paper instead of going everywhere. So going to pull out my glue dots. And I love how these are backwards. I don't know why, but I love it. And they're so cute. So I'm just going to do one glue dot because this is meant to be a sticker for the bottom. And then I think I'm going to do 2 for the top. So I'm going to do one on this side. Nope, not trying to come off on me. Just come on. The other one stuck to my finger. Oh, there it is, but it's globby. It's okay. I like globby. Can you tell I haven't used a glue dot in a really long time? Yeah, don't judge me. Don't judge me. There we go. That one comes off a little bit better. So I'm going to set it down. Like I said, it's meant as a sticker. So we're going to use it as a sticker. I'm going to keep this up and just kind of look at the center of my card, not the center of the circle. So that looks, yeah, a little over maybe. And that's why I use glue dots versus actual glue or anything else, because that way I can just pick it up. You know. So now I'm just going to tilt that down to hide that oopsie with my dog hair. There we go. So we got about the same amount on top as we do on bottom. There's a little less on this side. I'm right-handed, so I'm heavy-handed. But it's a simple way to create a really cool look. And when they pick it up, they're gonna, what is that shininess? It's just tape, ladies. It's just tape. But it looks really cool, doesn't it? I like it like that. So let's find some little tidbits to put on there. You know, I'm gonna go with my Petal Pink and Peacock Foil Gems. I still got a few of the Petal Pinks. I'm gonna use some of the little ones. I'm just gonna throw a couple on there. 3, you know me, good triangle. Always works. Yeah, I'm gonna use a big one too. Gotta mix them sizes. Gotta do it. So there's my card. It's really easy peasy. I love the idea of a sticker look because, you know, sometimes we just gotta work against the best card makers out there. So good ideas are great ideas once you put them into practice. So let me go ahead and pull this down. Probably be a pain for taking a picture. Make a duplicate without the sticker on it. But how cute is that? You just that's why I left the middle white, because when you look at it, it's like, and then you turn it a little bit. Oh, it's so many different colors. It's a good card. It's a good stable card. And again, not a lot of different supplies and stuff. So that's the really good part, is that we're using some basic colors. So we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. So not bad. I mean, if you got crayons, bust out your crayons. Do what any medium you want it to be. That's the best part. The tape that I used, where'd my tape go? I put it back up here. So I'm just using the Scotch tape that comes in one of these thingies. And this is a 1.8 inch wide piece, so it's almost 2 inches, so that's pretty good. You know, you can get a lot done with almost 2 inches as far as most images. Now, bigger images, yeah, you're not gonna be able to do that with, but I think it's a really nice little upgrade when you look at it like that, because when you're holding it straight, it doesn't look any different. It doesn't look any different, and that's the really cool part. And they'll be like, oh my god, what'd you do? How'd you get that like that? It's just tape. It's just tape. So I will be back Thursday. We're gonna have a little crafty chat, and then we're gonna talk about the new catalog a little bit. I can't show you, but we can talk. We can talk, and at least 3/4 of us have the catalog or the digital catalog already, so we can talk about that. And I'm just talking about when it's going to be available. Things to look out for, such as sellout, things that sell out really quickly, and those are bundles. Bundles always sell out really quickly. So save your pennies, your dollars, tens, hundreds, whatever you've got, for the September, is it September 5th or September 6th release? It's around there. In any case, the Country and Flowers bundles is around $55. So if you're interested in that, you can always visit stampinup.com, or ebusum.stampinup.net and click there to buy it. Again, lots of great demonstrators. I did not add any details in this because I changed YouTube just a little bit, so I had to figure that out. But I will be back Thursday. Until then, my friends, stay crafty. Stay crafty, everyone. Bye. And thanks for joining me. Weird button's still in the same spot, though. They couldn't have moved that. Okay, well, here we go. Weird button. Weird button. Bye. Take it easy, everyone. And thanks.